trees.
Nobel Peace Prize recipient Albert Schweitzer once said, "Never say there is nothing beautiful in the world anymore. There is always something to make you wonder in the shape of a tree, the trembling of a leaf." We recently set out on our journey to discover, explore, and share the wonders of living life on our blue and green earth. In weekly episodes, we will be sharing the Wonder Quest with you. And what better place to start than amongst the trees?
We're amongst the trees and we're having an amazing time.
It's awesome out here. It's a beautiful day.
It's always a beautiful day to get out and feel the wonder of trees. They're really special.
Trees come in all shapes and sizes. Some trees are young and others are ancient. Some trees are short and others are really tall. Some trees have leaves and others needles. Trees keep our planet green. Trees recycle our exhaled carbon dioxide, and as a byproduct of photosynthesis, trees produce more oxygen for us to then inhale. Trees are home to wildlife, and the comforts in our homes are often from trees. Our human lives are intricately connected to trees, and trees inspire us to feel wonder. I love trees.
Isn't it so wonderful being in the trees today?
I love being in the trees.
Yeah, as being on a wonder quest, it is so easy to find wonder by just going to the trees.
That's why if you're ever wondering, like, how do I go find wonder? Go out into the trees. Take a look at what trees. Maybe there's a special tree in your yard, or maybe there's a park. Right now, we're in a park in the middle of a city, and we feel so much better in the trees. There's big trees, like older big trees.
Like big trees.
And there's little trees, and there's skinny trees.
Yeah.
And
I'm just so grateful that parks have become sanctuaries for trees.
Mm-hmm.
And then by going to visit the park and by visiting the trees, it's like going to a special sanctuary for our hearts to get renewed and revitalized by just being in the presence of trees.
So parks are a sanctuary for trees, and trees are a sanctuary for us.
Yeah, and I'm just so thankful for that. And the fact that in a park like we're in today, there's such a variety of trees and such a variety of ages of trees, because I think that really you feel that when you're in their presence and you go, wow, some of these trees are brand new and starting their life as a tree, and other trees have been standing here for so many years. That's amazing.
It really is amazing.
Yeah, to realize like the lifespan of a tree in contrast to our own. I think it's quite humbling in many ways about everything that a tree has been through and withstood, and then we're able to come along and feel that just by being in the presence of a tree, by soaking in all the energy of that tree.
I agree.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how trees grow? They they defy gravity by growing upwards.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and by growing upwards, they're like making more wood and actually heavy matter that's going upwards, that's defying gravity with more and more weight and heavy branches.
Defying gravity. That is a really, really awesome wonder.
Yeah, it's really mind-bending. I think it really just makes you think and appreciate the miracle that is a tree.
Doesn't it make you want to hug a tree?
Yes, I love hugging trees. Big ones and little ones.
I hug trees all the time.
Young trees and older trees.
I guess that means that we're tree huggers?
Yes, I'm a tree hugger.
Real tree huggers. Is there a tree from your memories, from your childhood, that was very special to you?
Oh my gosh.
And why was that tree special?
I have a unique story to say. There was a beautiful plum tree.
Plum tree.
Yeah, a plum tree that was really big, that had 2 branches going off, and you could sit in the Y of the tree. And as a 6-year-old, I actually got a splinter right in my hand from that tree. And at the time, I remember going, ow, dealing with all the pain and discomfort of getting a splinter in your hand, but not being able to pull it out. So I was like, well, just go with it, and maybe it'll work its way out. Well, guess what? It has never worked its way out of my hand, and so I still have the splinter from this very special plum tree from when I was 6 years old in my hand today. And I think that's just really special because they have this lasting power that's been able to live on in my hand, and so that plum tree will forever be a part of who I am. That's cool. That's a wonder.
I actually hear some kids, a couple little girls, and they're playing in the trees.
Yeah.
What do you bet they're finding wonder?
Yeah. And they might be getting,
they're coming up with their stories that they're going to be talking about when they're our age.
Yeah, and shaping memories and how they feel about when they spend time in the trees.
I had a tree. There was a tree in my neighborhood, and I would go down to it all the time. Ride my bike and put my little dog in the basket, and the 2 of us would go to this tree, and I would play house in that tree. So there was a little crook in the tree, like a little like an under support branch, and the 2 others, and I would sling a blanket in there, and I'd put my little dog up in there, and then I would climb up, and we would hang out on that branch together. I mean, a dog in the tree, and it was just so cool. And I would sweep with little branches under the tree, call it my house, and that tree was so special. I will never forget that tree.
Yeah, I think trees have this ability to take on either a dear friend or almost like an inspirational hero figure, as well as a very home quality to them, that they feel like you're safe when you're with a tree.
I definitely felt safe in my tree. An award-winning documentary filmmaker, Ross Spears, said, "How could you not be hopeful if you've got a tree around?" If you plant a tree 20 years from now, if you're not there to enjoy it, someone else is there to enjoy it. And it's very important that we have a legacy of trees in our world.
It's so important to think about the longevity of trees, because a tree and all of its glory won't necessarily be the big mighty tree that it will be for many, many years, and maybe even decades. But by having that vision to have the inspiration to plant the tree, to take care of the tree, and to let that tree grow, it can be something of so much wonder for the generations that are to come. And that's miraculous that we can almost help plant wonders for the future.
Yeah, there's organizations that are out there planting trees, nonprofit organizations that have a goal to plant trees, and they're planting trees now for future generations. We'll be able to enjoy them to some extent, and then the generations following ours will plant them. And it's so important. And
to have tree vision.
Yeah,
long-term tree vision.
Tree
vision.
Isn't it cool that on a lot of trees they say that what you see above ground is the same underground? So the roots, now I know different trees have different root systems, but isn't it an interesting concept to think that that there's a tree underground, because as we see all those branches going up and out, there's roots going out and out.
And just like the tree above ground is home for all sorts of little animals, little bugs, birds, the tree that's underneath the ground that we can't see is home to a whole bunch of life forms and plants and organisms that are helping feed and nourish and keep that tree safe. Trees. T for terrific. R for reverence, the reverence you feel amongst the trees. First E for exquisiteness. Second E for extraordinary. S for super sensational scrumptiousness. Trees. Trees, 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 trees. Trees everywhere, and I love them.
We encourage you to enjoy noticing trees. So, as you
Big trees, little trees, young
kind of
trees, old trees.
Bonsai trees?
Yes.
Any kind of tree, whether it's in your house as a little bonsai or something like that, and what you see out your window, notice that. When you walk outside in your yard, in your neighborhood, I mean, even if your house or your apartment doesn't have trees, or maybe you're in the city and you don't have trees immediately there. I mean, what if you go outside and the amazing wonder that there's a little tree growing out of a little opening in the cement that they gave it, and there's trees in the city.
Yeah. Take note.
Parks in the city.
Take note of
Take
that.
note as you drive around. I mean, maybe your town is filled with trees. Our town has a lot of trees, but I know there's some that don't. So if you're in the city, we watch things in New York City, Central Park, pretty cool looking place for trees.
Yeah.
So there must be trees. So even if you think you can't find a tree,
go find a tree.
Challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself to go find a tree.
And when you find it, thank it.
Well, if you find a tree and you think it's difficult to find a tree, that'll be a wonder.
Yeah. And wonders deserve to be appreciated. And by appreciating wonders, we bring more happiness into our life.
There you have it.
Wow. Wonderment. Appreciate those wonderments.
Ooh, the moss on this one. Wonderment.
Wow. Wonderment.
Wonderment. The soft breeze through the trees. I just felt it as I got to this rise. I think that's a wonderment. So beautiful. I'm so glad you're here with us.
I am so thankful that there's parks with trees in them right here in town, because it allows us to be able to just go out and soak in some tree energy, and we don't have to go out. Thank goodness smart people kept trees and kept some really big, beautiful trees that are quite old, as well as allowed places for new trees to be able to grow. I am so thankful to be able to get out and be in the presence of trees, because they're so rejuvenating and peaceful, and it's a chance to reboot and re-energize just to be in their presence. That's how much of a wonder trees are. It's incredible. I am so thankful. Wow, I am so thankful that we decided to go on a Finding Wonder quest today, because of going on a Finding Wonder quest, we got to come to the park. And I've had the most amazing time here at the park appreciating trees.
Just coming out to find wonder, it's like I feel happier about what I've done today.
yeah, I am sure thankful to have had the mission to find wonder, to get me outside, and then finding wonder has been so fun.
And we didn't do this all day.
No,
We had appointments earlier.
Yeah,
This has
crazy
just
day.
been a quick little outing, and
a quick visit to the park. The Sea Tree Wonder Journey is about finding happiness and wonder and joy each and every day. And so by creating weekly episodes for us to be able to share our Finding Wonder adventures with you, we hope to become better at being wonder appreciators in our own life, and hopefully encourage you to be to develop your ability to find more wonders. I mean, I think finding wonder brings happiness into
most
each
definitely,
day.
most definitely.
And isn't that what we all want to bring more into our life, is happiness and joy, and that sense that life is really special and worth experiencing. I mean, we live in such a beautiful world filled with trees, filled with beauty and wonders and love and incredible natural wonders, and taking notice of them and cultivating that awareness is really exciting and rewarding and fun. And that's what the Sea Tree Wonder Journey is all about. Trees! Trees! If you liked this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to Sea Tree Wonder and be sure to ring the bell. Ding! That way you won't miss out on any new episodes. We'll be sharing episodes each week as we share our wonder adventures with you.
Thanks for joining us.